Alright, hey guys, so I'm here to tell you how to get your dream. I am going to be talking from a graphic designer fashion perspective, but these tips and advice will be beneficial for anyone looking for any type of internship. But there are going to be specific things that are going to cater towards design people, like a portfolio. In this, I'm going to split this up into 3 sections. One is finding the internship. The second is once you've found it, the one you want is you're ready to apply. So that's its section on its own. And then once you landed an interview, so what's next? So in those 3 sections, I'm going to be talking about different things. So I'm just going to talk about a brief background of me and my internships. I am a 4th year fashion communication student at Ryerson University here in Toronto, and I did a minor in editorial and branding in Amsterdam, which I produced 3 magazines. I have done 3 internships before. One was at a design agency called CONVEY. The other one was at The Kit, which is a fashion publication part of the Toronto Star, and I think they're their own publication. And then I just finished one at ELLE Canada, which is a magazine. I am starting one today actually in an hour. I am doing my first co-op. I'm going to be a junior designer at a tech company called Flipp. So Flipp's an app. It's a lot of graphic design, and I didn't know what I wanted to do when I started my internships or when I began my program, but through my internships I've been able to kind of see what I like and what I don't like of the fashion world and the graphic design world. So how do you actually land these internships? So a lot of the struggle is actually finding the internship itself. It is a journey. One of the ways that I found internships was just check your school emails and boards. They are there to help you find internships most of the time, and they have insane connections. So actually 2 out of my 4 internships I found through school emails or a board. I think they were all school emails. Schools have connections because some alumni go on to bigger and better things, and just really when you're at school, harness those connections. Your school has a ton of internship opportunities that were sent to them, and they want the students from that university, so you have a higher chance of getting the internship as well. They're specifically looking for someone from that university. The other way to find an internship is through platforms. LinkedIn, there's Indeed, there's Glassdoor. A simple Google search is very important. But also what's important is a lot of people don't know the words to search. So for example, for a junior position or an intern position as a graphic designer, you would search junior designer, content creator intern, an art intern. So there are specific words you need to search in order to find these internships. So most likely if you're searching for internships in a specific field, you already know what to search. There's some birds, geese flying by. And also on these sites such as LinkedIn, you're able to see actually the number of applicants that are applying, and don't be scared by this by any means. The most recent internship I just did, I saw that there was 200 applicants and I was like, but you know, I somehow landed an interview, and once you land the interview, you do a little happy dance, and yeah, we'll talk about once you land the interview. So once you're ready to apply, what's next? Your internship, you really want it. You're like, okay, I need my resume, my cover letter to be perfect. If you really want the internship, you should hand in a cover letter and a resume. So when you're doing a resume and a cover letter, you should read the description of the position over and over again, and you should cater your resume and your cover letter towards that position. Resume is less important to cater towards it, but the cover letter is very important to be very specific. Also, keep your resume and cover letter to 1 page. Do not go over that. If you don't know how to write a cover letter or have a resume, there are so many templates online for a cover letter and resume, and I would suggest, especially for a cover letter, to Google a cover letter template or read other people's, and don't just wing it. If you're writing a cover letter for the first time, don't wing it. Also, if you're a design student, your resume should look like it belongs to a design student, so don't just do one off of Word. There are tons of templates online if you're new to design as well. So for design students, you need a portfolio. If you're applying to anything in the design world, you need a portfolio. So this can either be through a website or a PDF. Usually they specify whether they want a link or whether they want a document. So if you don't have any work that is from another internship or some freelance work, if you have your own work, include that. If you have, when I first started my applying to internships, all I had in my portfolio was schoolwork, and I included all the projects I thought were good and use that part of my portfolio. So I suggest while you're in school to really use your school projects to cater it towards your portfolio. So don't half-ass your projects because they will land you your first internship. And if you can cater your portfolio to that job posting, that is something that they will recognize. Then what? You landed an interview and you're like, what's next? What should I do? I'm scared, I'm nervous. All right, so you should research the company that you're gonna be interviewing for. A lot of people research beforehand and they know a little bit about the company, but research the company. Know their values, know their mission statement, their vision, all of the above. Know why you want to work there. That is a question they're going to ask. Also, if they include more than one interviewer, you should probably Google a little bit about them. This is where you can use your stalking skills. Just stalk everything, the company, the people, know what they like, what they're looking for. It's okay, do a background check. Just do it all. If you really want it, you can get it. You just need to put in the work for it. Before the interview, practice questions you know they're going to ask. They're going to ask, what kind of experience do you have? And this can either be through school projects or internships or freelance work. Anything helps if you're in business. Presentations that you've done, how you've dealt with class group projects. They're going to ask, why this company? Out of all the companies, why this company? What can you bring to the table that we haven't seen before? We're gonna ask maybe something like, how do you think we're doing right now? What would you change? Also, before the interview, have your portfolio ready. They might ask for you to show them your portfolio, so have it ready, just have it idle, and it's gonna be there. So it's interview day, it's interview time, then what? Honestly, take your time while you're doing the interview. Don't rush. I know it can be very nerve-wracking, but try and breathe. Try and take time to collect your thoughts. They know you're nervous, and just breathe, take your time, collect your answers, and I hope it helps. Also, be yourself. I think it's so important. They know when someone's being fake and being genuine. They're humans too, so be as genuine as you can be. And then once the interview is all wrapped up, they're gonna ask if you have any final questions, and ask the final questions. Have questions for them at the end of your interview. These questions could look like, what do you look for in a full-time candidate? But ask follow-up questions or anything you're unsure of, who you're going to be working under, all of these things. So ask the follow-up questions. It really helps, and it shows that you are actually interested in the company and you want to work there. Your interview is done. Now what? You're sitting there, you're anxious, I know, but you've done everything you could possibly do at this point, and it's up to the interviewers and the company's power to hire you or not. What you can do is one day after the interview, you can follow up with them. You can send a follow-up email and thank them for their time, and there's actually, you can Google like follow-up emails on Google, and they will have templates and examples. It shows that you really care and that you really want this internship. And if there are multiple interviewers, you will send them to the specific interviewers. Don't send a mass email. Send them very specific. Hey, blank, thank you, blah, 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 blah. And I think that's it. That's how to land your dream internship. And I know people have different methods, but this is what worked for me for four internships. And I had quite the experience. 3 of my internships were not paid. My most recent one, I have a salary. Life's okay. But it took a lot to get to my final internship, this one. It's a lot of learning, it's a lot of trial and error, and it's a journey. So as a student, it's nerve-wracking to start at a new company, but I think internships are so incredibly important because it what gets you your foot in the door. Connections are absolutely everything, and I know in the fashion world, it's connections that really push you over the edge. And internships are probably one of the best things that I've ever done in my 4 years of university. And we really take it for granted. I know here in Canada, we can only do internships if we're in school. So please do some internships while you're still in school. And I know it can be a lot on top of school, but it'll be worth it. So that is how to get your dream internship. I hope this helped everyone. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment them down below or email me. My email will be linked down below as well as my Instagram. So yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck, and let me also know what internships you guys have done. I'm very interested and intrigued. But that's it. I hope you guys have a very nice day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Good luck.